Hey, Shalom, it's your brother Thon. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahahakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, in our walk, especially if you have the opportunity to be around brothers, but even, just wherever you go, you want to be an uplifting force, okay, in whatever environment you're in. Wherever you go, that place should be better because you're there, you're present, and you have the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. If brothers, we go out to eat, best believe we're gonna leave the place better than when we left it. Best believe we're gonna speak to the people, that's making the food. We're gonna be upstanding people. Which, believe it or not, is hard to come by. Hard to come by nowadays. You have a spirit of excellence about you wherever that you go. Again, this knowledge, it should make you stand out in a good way. So even when they come with the demonization that they're going to come with, the people that actually got to be around us and interact with us, they're going to know something's up when this devil starts lying. They're going to be like, damn, I was around that guy. I never would have. The stuff they're saying, it just doesn't. That's not what I got from being around those guys, man. Those are some of the best people I ever met. They're knowledgeable, they're mannerable, they're honest, they pay attention to details, they notice things that I never, Those are some upstanding guys. Which is, that's what's the uplifting force wherever you go. And I'm not saying you got to be happy-go-lucky, smiling in everybody's face. But whatever environment you're in, whatever you're a part of, you should be an uplifting force. You should be an asset. This knowledge has blessed us with the wherewithal to be in any room with anybody. Okay? And to be an asset in whatever situation that we're in, to be water. Okay, so with that being said, man, especially when you're around other believers, man, you should be an uplifting force. Yeah, we catching hell on this side. But when you get to be around like-minded people, and if you're in a position of teacher and you're around brothers, man, you want to be you want to be an uplifting spirit, man. Because you know what we're a part of, you know what's coming to us. The kingdom is coming to us. So with that, for me, I can say this: it washes away the grief. It washes away the frustrations. It's always there, obviously, right? But when I think about the kingdom, and I think about, okay, man, the end of this thing is going to be immortality, righteousness going forth in the earth. Peace. Oh my goodness. All the daily hell we catch is like, all right, whatever. It's a light cost to pay. All right, let's read Philippians 2:14. Okay, let me get that pulled up here. Philippians 2:14. All right, it reads, do all things without murmurings and disputings. You look up that word murmurings, let's see what we get here. It's a gagismos, and it's a murmuring, muttering, a secret debate, a secret displeasure, not openly avowed. You got a lot of people, man, they disgruntled. There's certain things they don't believe. If you're not fully persuaded in your own mind, man, you need to take some time and really pray and meditate and be like, hey, man, am I really about the Lord's mission? If you don't believe what we believe, man, hey, and you amongst the camp, don't be around just trying to be a part of something and faking, the funk. If you fuzzy on something, ask questions, sincerely, just be sincere, man. Don't be a whole ass nigga, man. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to, hey, what about this? If you're going off, it'll get addressed, and be a man about it. You get cussed out a little bit, cool. We're here to grow. We're here to to make it on the cherries, so don't be in the spirit of, I don't want nobody to say nothing to me and be mad at me. Fuck all that, man. Take your salvation seriously. All right, that's interesting there. I'm gonna have to go back to that that word murmurings there in Philippians 2:14. Okay, and disputings. Let's look up disputings too. Okay, it's G1261, and it says the thinking of a man deliberating within himself, thought, inward reasoning, purpose, design. Yeah, man. Don't be holding grudges and holding on to shit. If something's bothering you, speak, because that spirit, it's cancerous. It's cancerous to the body, man. If you walking around holding that, it's cancerous. Don't do it. If you're sincere, understand that you holding on to things and being that with it's cancerous to the body. Okay, and then you go down to definition. It says hesitation, doubting, and the Lord hates doubt. When he comes back, what is he looking for? When the Son of Man returns, shall he find faith on the earth? That's what he's looking for. So doubt is a disgusting thing to have on your person. Okay, let's continue on here. Let's read that all the way through once more. It's Philippians 2:14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless. Okay, let's look at that word blameless. Free from fault. Okay. Irreproachable. And not that our works are perfect, not that we're filthy rags. But what makes us clean is, man, we truly have the faith. And to truly have the faith that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is talking about. You don't have that doubt. You don't have that murmuring or that disputing going on. Philippians 2:15, that ye may be blameless, harmless, the sons of God without rebuke in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. We're supposed to be the light in this place. Yeah, we're frustrated. Oppression maketh the wise man mad, but wherever we go, best believe we're an asset. It's a reoccurring theme with brothers, even on their jobs in the world, man. Those people, they can't find nothing bad to say about brothers. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna do our work. We're gonna exude excellence in everything that we do. The scriptures talk about, man, whatever you put your hand to do it, man, do it in excellence. That's the spirit that's gonna be on the man of the Lord, just to be excellent, just to do his work, just to be solid. Be solid. That's what I'm talking about here in this lesson, man. Wherever you go, you should be an asset. You should be solid. If you find it in your life, in various areas of your life, you got a lot of unsolidity going on, the root of it is spiritual. Your life shouldn't be, we're going to catch hell, but it shouldn't be a constant up and down and this and that. You know what I mean? It all goes back to a spiritual imbalance, and it's going to reflect in your daily, in your relationships with people. You understand? Even if your family, they don't agree with what you believe, just how you move in your life should be a buffer from a lot of things. How you move and then the conduct that you uphold and the discipline that you possess should be a buffet from a lot of bullshit. Yeah, again, we're going to be tested. The Lord promised us testing. But there's certain things that just shouldn't be happening. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be happening because you revolved your life around in ministry. You've come up on a level of discernment. You're just like a disciplined guy. So there's a lot of things that there's no space for certain things to be happening in your life. You've gotten to a point where there's certain people are just not supposed to be in your proximity, and they're removed. Pray for the Lord to have them removed. You remove them, you know. The Lord gives you the understanding, oh, this person ain't supposed to be there. They're stifling my growth. They're stifling me doing what I need to do towards the Lord. Okay, boom. Or you just keep them at a distance. There's certain shit when you in the spirit that just shouldn't be happening on a regular basis. And there's certain things that you're just not even gonna give energy to, you know. So yeah, I like that precept because it goes into the fact that, look, man, we're supposed to be those blameless, harmless sons of God without rebuke in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. All right. You look up that word perverse. It's G1294. Diastropho. It makes me think of disaster. Your life isn't in complete shambles. It's not a disaster. You know. In the definition, it says to distort, to turn aside, to oppose, plot against the saving purposes and plans of God. And most of these people, they're counterintuitive to what the Lord, the conduct that the Lord wants. The things they seek to have and desire and how they want to go about getting it, you know, it's perverse. It goes against the Lord's plan. Okay? It goes on to say to turn aside from the right path, to pervert, corrupt, misinterpret, or morally corrupt, perverse, turn away, boom. Alright. So it says, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom you shine as lights in the world. So wherever we go, man, we're lights in the world. We raise the vibration. In whatever domain we're in, we raise the vibration towards righteousness. And that don't mean you just out here, you know, you in the world just telling everybody you're Israelite and doing it. It's the way you're so disciplined. You're diligent. You know when and when not to speak. You know when and when not to do particular things. When to be in the forefront. When to fall back. When to lead. When to follow. You know all these things. Because the Spirit is dealing with you to have an understanding on how you should judge in every situation. The Lord's conduct is constantly just running through your mind. Just running through your mind. To where, you know, another individual that may encounter particular, you know, adversities or situations that you may go through, they're going to respond from a carnal place, and everything about you is spiritual. And even the carnal people will pick up on the fact like, damn, something's peculiar about this guy. Something's different about him. He doesn't operate like the average person. I don't see this often. This is, and they don't see it often. How you move, people shouldn't see it often, bro. The elect, we've been given an understanding in a way that's completely opposite of this world. So you should be like an alien to people wherever you go. And that's if you're applying the principles that the Lord is giving them. We're all growing every day. We're all getting there. But you know, a lot about how you move and how you deal. Even the people in the carnal people in the world, something about you should say, damn, this dude is on a high level. The scriptures say when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Alright? Even his enemies? So how much more so somebody that's not your enemy, somebody that also is about Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So again, if you have the privilege to be around brothers, damn, you should be, it should be, you know, you should be an uplifting spirit. Yeah, we all catching hell and we going through things, but bro, we got the kingdom coming to us. Look at this gift. We got the greatest gift on earth at the same time. Gotta have some balance. You know? That's why we count this life as dung. We're not concerned with, you know, losing anything here. We know this, the Lord told us anything we lose here, we're gonna receive 100-fold. Right? Right. You know what I mean? So yeah, just on the way back from the plantation, just getting off work. And I made this lesson because I'm like, damn. You know, I always have that thought process when I get the opportunity to be around brothers, and you know, my schedule changed as of late. You know, I haven't got to be around brothers as much as I'd like. And, you know, it makes me appreciate the privilege of being around like-minded men. I remember starting off in this truth in Pittsburgh with the Elder Manatas Akbar. You know, we wasn't a big camp in Pittsburgh, but it was still a privilege to be around, especially at that time, early on in the truth. It was a privilege, man, that I cherish. I never took it for granted to be around men that fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, the environment, you know, to those who haven't experienced being around sincere brothers, it's not a feeling I could quite articulate, and I'm usually good at articulating things. I'll try. Apostle Ramlab, when he got down here to the Dallas camp the first time I met him, we were at the camp house, all the brothers, you know, we having these spiritual conversations, we eating together, we supping. Apostle Ramlab said, man, I feel safe with you brothers. I feel like that sums it up. I've never felt safe or like I didn't have to watch my back or be suspicious, you know, in any other setting in my life, in my adult life. You can feel the spirit of Yahweh Shai when a gathering of people that fear Him, that fear the Lord are around, man. It's a different vibe. It's almost palpable. Yeah. So if you do have that opportunity, man, don't take that for granted. Cherish it. And be an uplifting force, man. Multiply that vibration. Multiply that spirit, you know, when you get to be around it, man. And sometimes that means shutting the fuck up. like the scriptures say, speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. I'm paraphrasing. All right, but the spirit will let you know when and when not. You know, if you truly deal in the spirit, you truly reading and you being diligent. Yeah, man. You're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll be able to understand. Oh yeah, I get it. I'm pretty sure it's the men that are, you know, more seasoned than me probably could give it to you a little bit better. But APR26 was edifying, and you got the gist of what I was saying. I know I ran it a little bit, but I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.